Hey there, I'm Dr. Michael Diamond. I'm one of the docs with Projects of Hope. I specialize in internal medicine and in pediatrics, and I'm really happy to be a part of this group. I think that we make a serious impact on these kids here in rural Kenya who don't have the same access to healthcare that we have back in the States. Um, I've I've been with the group now for 3 years, and so I've been able to see kind of that longitudinal improvement in these kids. We went back to visit one of the schools that we were at in previous years, and the kids just look. They're literally glowing. You can tell from their skin that they're healthier. They're more nourished because we've done a good job of deworming their GI tract. And so they're getting the nutrients they need. They just literally look like healthy and happy kids. Whereas before, we deal with a lot of dehydration, a lot of malnourishment, just a lot of weakness, which you don't see in kids who are happy and not worried about their health. So I'm happy with the work that we do here. I'm really proud of it, and I intend to keep coming back as long as I can. So here in Kenya, we start from a primary care perspective with these kids in the same way we would back in the States. And thus, when they come in, we make sure that they're growing well. We make sure that they are prepared for their school day, and that includes being hydrated and well fed. Unfortunately, that's the problem with some of the kids here. They have stomach aches all the time that unfortunately are often due to hunger pains. And so even when we're trying to treat a specific ailment and we have to give them medicine, sometimes we just have to feed these kids first. And that is something that you don't often see in the States, even though we're burdened by that too back home. It hits hard when you know that something as simple as giving Tylenol is going to potentially snowball into some vomiting or just a general GI discomfort because these kids don't have enough in their stomach. So that's something that's really, touching when you see in person, just right there in that exam room. And so I take that with me all the time and just remember how well blessed I am, and the kids that we treat in the States are privileged in that regard. We do all this with the help of an amazing team. We bring nurses, we bring pharmacists, we have our pharmacy assistants, we have our clinic assistants as well. We get through what would be daunting for most providers back in the States, more than 100 kids per day. And so in order to do that, you've got to have a team that's cohesive and it's committed to the goal here of helping these kids. At the end of the day, we're exhausted, but it's a good exhaustion, and it's really fulfilling. Projects of Hope is a kind of a multi-pronged effort, wherein we're not just doing a medical mission. That's the part that I'm involved in, but there's also construction projects for the kids to improve their school environment. There's also classroom and learning exercises that we do with the children. They don't have the, I'm sorry, that the kids don't have an opportunity to deal with here in Kenya, specifically things like PE and art class. That really helps develop a child in a well-rounded fashion. And really, we feel like that creates a strong foundation for the kids' success in the future, but also in the community as well. I really feel like we're enriching these kids from all aspects. And I do believe that's going to have a generational impact as these kids start to realize the building blocks they need for health, for happiness, in terms of just enriching their lives the way kids in the States would have. That has an impact on the next generation. We're also doing things that help make this school more of a lasting and also like a home for these kids to come to. It's hard to really learn and thrive in an environment that's kind of crumbling. So I really think that as we build the foundations of the school and these kids, we're helping the community in a long-term way. All of this together really helps to create a generational impact, and that's what I firmly believe we're creating here. Through all of these sustainable practices, I really think we're creating or building a generational impact for these kids.